The first Lithuanian people were a branch of an ancient group known as the Balts. The main tribal divisions of the Balts were the West Baltic Old Prussians and Javingians, and the East Baltic Lithuanians and Latvians. They were traveling hunters and did not form stable settlements. In the 8th millennium BC, the climate became much warmer, and forests developed. The inhabitants of what is now Lithuania then traveled less and engaged in local hunting, gathering and freshwater fishing. The Lithuanian language is considered to be very conservative for its close connection to Indo-European roots. From the early 13th century, frequent foreign military excursions became possible due to the increased cooperation and coordination among the Baltic tribes. The formation of the Seimas of the Grand Duchy of Lithuania and its functioning in the late Middle Ages and early modern period are among the most significant achievements of our culture. It is a sign of the country's European roots and European development path. On September 8, 1514, the Allied forces of the Grand Duchy of Lithuania and the Kingdom of Poland, under the command of Hetman Konstanty Ostrogski, fought the Battle of Orsha against the army of the Grand Duchy of Moscow, under Konishi Ivan Kaliadnin and Knyaz Mikhail Golitsyn. Daugas was the principal founder of the Lithuanian state. He established for a while a Christian kingdom under the Pope rather than the Holy Roman Empire, at a time when the remaining pagan peoples of Europe were no longer being converted peacefully, but conquered. Mindaugas was murdered in 1263 by Domantas of Pskov and Triniota, an event that resulted in great unrest and civil war. The family of Gediminas, whose members were about to form Lithuania's great native dynasty, took over the rule of the Grand Duchy in 1285 under Butigitis. The reign of Grand Duke Gediminas constituted the first period in Lithuanian history in which the country was recognized as a great power, mainly due to the extent of its territorial expansion into Ruthenia. The Lithuanian state of the later 14th century was primarily binational, Lithuanian and Ruthenian, in territories that correspond to the modern Belarus and Ukraine. Of its 800,000 square kilometers total area, 10% comprised ethnic Lithuania, probably populated by no more than 300,000 inhabitants. With the Union of Lublin of 1569, Poland and Lithuania formed a new state referred to as the Republic of both nations, but commonly known as Poland-Lithuania or the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. The Lithuanian language fell into disuse in the circles of the Grand Ducal Court in the second half of the 15th century in favor of Polish. The Commonwealth was greatly weakened by a series of wars, beginning with the Khmelnytsky uprising in Ukraine in 1648. Following the partitions of the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, the Russian Empire controlled the majority of Lithuania, including Vilnius, which was a part of the Vilna Governorate. Lithuania became part of a new administrative region called the Northwestern Krai. In 1864, the Lithuanian language and the Latin alphabet were banned in junior schools. The prohibition on printing in the Lithuanian language reflected the Russian nationalist policy of restoration of the supposedly Russian beginnings of Lithuania. Lithuania's nationalist movement continued to grow. During the 1905 Russian Revolution, a large Congress of Lithuanian representatives in Vilnius known as the Great Seimas of Vilnius demanded provincial autonomy for Lithuania, by which they meant the northwestern portion of the former Grand Duchy of Lithuania, on December 5 of that year. The German occupation government permitted a Vilnius conference to convene between the 18th and the 22nd of September 1917, with the demand that Lithuanians declare loyalty to Germany and agree to an annexation. The Act on the Re-establishment of the Independent State of Lithuania adopted by the Supreme Council of the Republic of Lithuania.